Hello, I would like to introduce you to the Jane Addams Peace Awards, which I believe are very important awards for our youth during this time. First, I would like to introduce who Jane Addams was. Jane was a well-known social worker. She never stopped fighting for peace, freedom, equality, and justice. Jane is the first woman to win the Nobel Prize and is named the Mother of Modern Social Work. She is most well known for founding Hull House in Chicago in 1889, where she lived and worked the whole of her life. Hull House is a social settlement house that provided resources for diverse communities, such as daycare for working mothers, English and citizenship classes. They had libraries, and the Hull House helped immigrants in particular. And during its peak, it comprised of 13 buildings. How the Jane Addams Peace Awards came to be. The Jane Addams Children's Book Award annually recognizes children's books of literary and aesthetic excellence that effectively engage children in thinking about peace, social justice, global community, and equality for all people, and that is their mission statement. It was founded in 1953, and awards have been presented annually since then. The presentation of the award and the announcement is made in late April, the anniversary of the founding of the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom, of whom Jane Addams was co-founder. The sponsor of the awards is the Jane Addams Peace Association. It was founded in 1948 to foster a better understanding between the people of the world toward the end that wars may be avoided and a more lasting peace enjoyed. Board members serve in a volunteer capacity, and Heather Palmer is the chair of the committee and the one to contact about book submissions. Eligible books should be appropriate for kids 5 to 14 and should meet 2 criteria: exemplified literary, visual, and aesthetic excellence, and invite dialogue, passionate response, purposeful reflection, and deep questioning related to one of these questions. How can people work with compassion, empathy, and activism to advance Jane Addams' belief that true peace is not merely the absence of war, it is the presence of justice? How can people of all racial identities, gender identities, religions, abilities, classes, and cultures live and work together equitably and peaceably? How can people, especially young people, break cycles of fear? How can they respond creatively, nonviolently, and humanely to injustice and conflict? How can people work together to address problems and oppression caused by prejudice, war, violence, social injustice, racism, sexism, heteronormativity, ageism, classism, ableism, and all hierarchies of power and opportunity? How can people build respect and understanding for differences and for the worth and importance of all individuals and groups? And how can people work for power and equality for women throughout the world? The deadline for submission is December 31st, and a national committee with expertise on children's literature and social justice are responsible for picking all of the winners. The Jane Addams Book Award today. This year, 2017, was the 65th Annual Awards. They have been celebrating children's books since 1953 and have awarded books every year since 1953. The website has a list of all the winners and awards since the first one. Steamboat School by Deborah Hopkinson is the 2017 winner of the Jane Addams Peace Award. This story is about the historical Reverend John Meacham and how, when the police closed his underground school for African Americans, he built a steamboat in the middle of the Mississippi where he taught his students, as the law could not reach them in the middle of the river. Reverend John had a positive influence on one of his young students, James. In the underground school, James remarks how dark it is, and the teacher replies, "We make our own light here." The book is written from James' point of view, and throughout the book, certain sentences are marked in red to highlight the point. The book is illustrated in pen and ink, accenting a world whose darkness is made lighter through education. This book won the Jane Addams Peace Award for highlighting desegregation of schools and access to education and the importance of small acts of courage and nonviolent activism. Each Kindness by Jacqueline Woodson was the 2013 winner of the awards. It is a story about two kids in a class, Chloe and the new girl, Maya. Maya wants to be friends with Chloe, but Chloe distances herself from the new girl. Then one day, Maya is not in class and they learn that she has moved away. The teacher teaches the class about kindness and how acts of kindness have ripples of effect like a rock dropped in a pool of water rippling out. Chloe then reflects on her missed chances of acts of kindness towards Maya. It won the award for dealing with understanding human needs with compassion in dealing with prejudice. Planting the Trees of Kenya, the story of Wangari Maathai by Claire Novola is the 2009 winner of the awards. This book deals with a different culture and that of the Kenyan people. It won the award because it deals with nonviolent activism in the ecological solutions, and it also brings up dealing with human needs with compassion and overcoming gender roles and sexism. The book is about this woman, Wangari Maathai, who goes off to college in America and is devastated by the state of the land when she returns. When we can see that we are part of the problem, we can become part of the solution. She teaches the women how to plant trees and take care of the seedlings. She empowered the women who could not read or write, but that they could act and have an effect and change the situation. In the 30 years that Wangari has taught about trees, 30 million trees have been planted in Kenya. The award medallion for the Jane Addams Peace Awards is shown here. A link is available on their website for librarians to inquire about a certain rate to purchase seals for winners in the library collection. For publishers, they can get seals for 25 cents per seal or 20 cents per seal if they get over 10,000. Bookmarks can be printed out with the latest 2 years' worth of award winners, which helps bring the voice out to the public about the awards. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.